Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to session 100. No,
And
101.
one.
I do this every week. I'm just like, I know what session it is. My mouth doesn't work.
As it's 101, this is going to be the educational.
Yeah, this is actually, now it's just wrapped over. So this is the first session of our next campaign.
Oh shit, are we level 1?
This is actually session 0.
Oh, we're level 0.
Yeah, you're level 0. So, how's everyone doing? Good?
Good
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Hype. Okay, well, good. So in that case, if everyone is ready to go, has got drinks, has got whatever.
I have a nice big cup of tea that I've just made.
Is it like Caver's tea?
No, it's just PG Tips.
Oh, but, I mean,
That is Caber's
yeah.
tea.
Is
You're
it?
more of a Yorkshire tea person. Hence the disgusting bitterness of it. No, I'm just kidding. Right, so yeah, in that case then, let us begin, as we have already wasted too much time. So, yeah, last we left off, the Clive Five had teamed up with Melindra Fairwing and the Strangers, and headed to the Basalt Isles to finally take down the tyrant of the Kyra Concord, Naxos. Upon exploring around the North Island of the Basalt Isles, where you arrived using the stone shift, you discovered a rumor of a monster in a temple of the Titans, told to you by a kobold named Pros, which apparently had harbored a monster that killed anyone who entered. And upon exploring the temple, you found a golden skull hidden deep within, which held a bound spirit named Idenor. Idenor was apparently related to the Titans originally. And as Chinook touched the skull, his life energy was absorbed within the skull, killing him instantly. And as Gira revived Chinook, Idenor told the party that he had once been an ally of Tarash, known to the party as Pietro, having been locked away in the temple by both Naxos and Ashigal 400 years ago in some sort of power struggle. After escaping the temple, leaving Idenor trapped within, the party continued the search for Shayi, who had vanished without a trace before they entered the temple. And on her trail came across the abode of a retired dragon-born blade brother named Kaver.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Dragonborn Blade Brother, yeah. Who invited the party to stay at his, and told you all that his loyalty to Naxos wasn't particularly, well, it wasn't very loyal. It was under question, suspecting that the party had come somewhat to overthrow the tyrant. Later, Pros the kobold returned to the party after having stolen an emerald from Vicus, this sort of dragon-born inquisitor type person who works for Naxos. And Vicus gave an ultimatum to Kaver to hand Pros over within 12 hours, or he would kill 300 kobolds from the city of Yad. Just arbitrarily, just an arbitrary number of 300. So as we left off, the party, you were planning on heading to the docks where Vicus was, by the scoured city of Sardel, and you wanted to confront Vicus in some fashion, and hopefully getting the support of Keldros, the governor of the island, the dragon, who had been shackled by Naxos. So what do you want to do? It is currently the 42nd day.
I believe I was having the wizard guy inspect the sword with Identify.
Oh, you were?
The sword of dragon racism.
Yeah. So, Johan, as you're all sort of still at Kaver's house, Johan takes the sword and begins to look deep within it and spend some time focusing and using an Identify. He says, this blade is... It harbors some sort of evil magic. I think what it what the identifier is telling me, I do plan to do a legend lore in a second, but what the identifier is telling me is that this is some sort of Vorpal blade.
Ooh.
Okay. What the fuck does that mean?
It does harbor a curse, however. I would be careful using it.
All I know is I don't like dragons when I touch it.
Yes. Well, a Vorpal blade is a blade that was created. Well, from my readings on the topic, there have been many created over the years. In many different fashions. Some created by elves, some created by men, and some, obviously, created by Dragonborn. This one seems to have been created for the purpose of to be used by an executioner, it seems. Perhaps the curse creates an ability for Dragonborn to not have any qualms about executing prisoners, maybe in a time of war.
Well, I know Dragonborn. I still don't like dragons when I touch it.
The curse seems to be a bit of a. It's a progressive curse. The more you use the sword, and the more lives you kill with it, the greater this effect seems to be. It doesn't stick with the person itself. It harbors itself onto the sword, and as this sword has been used for a number of executions, clearly, the ability that it seems to have held on to the sort of emotions of the people that were killed with it.
Oh, well, that's pleasant. Is it specifically for dragon killing purposes, or can it be used effectively against perhaps beings of the Fey variety?
Well, a Vorpal sword can be used against any mortal creatures, but as you kill those creatures, you'll harbor a resentment and desire to kill them too.
Oh.
So
well, that's shite.
the curse that has been bestowed upon it has only got those feelings towards dragons because that has been what it's been used to kill mostly. But upon lots of use, it will eventually take on those other emotions for those other people as well. I would use it sparingly. It seems like the sort of thing that, well, it seems like the sort of thing that could drive someone to madness. Well, that being said, it is a very powerful weapon.
What kind of sword is it? Is it like a scimitar, longsword?
It's a
Well, no,
Vorpal.
it's a sword.
It's a Vorpal longsword.
Right.
It's sort of a bit curved. It's only sort of sharp on one side, so it's a bit more like a scimitar. But the actual stat block would be Vorpal longsword.
Okay. I don't like this at all. It was found in a dragon's hoard.
Well, that would make sense, I suppose.
Would that not have made the dragon whose hoard it was in would that not drive him towards hatred of all other dragonkind?
It potentially could have. Dragons have a higher sensitivity to those sorts of curses than mortals, but anything can drive a dragon mad. That can drive a regular mortal mad.
He was talking about betraying Naxos.
But is
Perhaps
that
this is
out
the
of
reason.
a hatred towards dragonkind, or more from a power grab?
Could be both.
Could be both. Yeah, Melindra says the same.
Or it could be, could be a combination of factors. Things like this are often not just any one thing. Maybe he always harbored a little bit of resentment towards some of his own kin, and this allowed him to not feel any guilt about trying to actually act on it.
Very well.
Melindra says, I imagine Athenax could have used this sword in his mortal form. We know that he had been in Orthaid for a while. He wouldn't have kept his dragon form all that time. Not until he was allowed to reveal himself by Naxos.
Well, I can only think of one being I would ever dare use this against. I don't appreciate hating people because of the will of some mindless, murderous killing innocent prisoners thousands of years ago. That said, if it can provide me any angle against Hakul, I will surely use it where I can.
Be careful, Johan says. These cursed weapons take a lot out of someone.
How easy would it be to be rid of it?
The curse?
Yes.
It is possible, but the power from the sword may go with it as well.
I mean, in the sense that, if one were to use this sword and
I
Throw
see.
it
the
into
effects,
a demiplane.
the effects were becoming a bit too much.
Well, it's really proximity to the sword that prolonged proximity will create a lasting after effect on the user.
Right.
But Chinook hasn't seemingly had the sword long enough for that to stick around. So for now, and he hasn't, I assume, used it to kill anyone as of yet.
No.
You're not really much of a sword guy, are you?
No.
When you start to take lives with these sorts of swords, that's when the effects start to stick with you. And these sorts of curses can be addictive.
What do you folks think?
Not really sure we have.
Persuade is always nothing to take upon lightly. We'll leave it in your hands to make that decision, but if I were you, I'd probably keep that as far away as I could.
Frankly, I don't know how much power this thing wields, but if I don't see a whole lot of use for it unless, of our group here, I'm the only one to really wield long swords, and I have Avenger. I don't really see how it would help. It seems like it would only be it would only cause problems.
And the others?
Kaveh and Melindra and Mathsa and Johan just sort of shake their heads and say, "It's down to you."
Well, I'd rather, until the time is necessary, I would rather if you, Scrimshaw, kept it in your demiplane until we find a use for it.
Okay.
That way it can't fuck with my head until I want it to.
Right. Next time we Yeah, we'll chuck it in next time I open that up.
Sounds good.
What's the time?
It's still the morning. It's about 9 or 10, I think. Johan says, remember, Chinook, you carry the blood of elves. Elves have a proclivity to being corrupted that lies within their blood from thousands of years ago.
Shit! I did not notice that. I've spent so much time away from Orthaid and this whole world that it hasn't really come up much. I just assumed it was normal.
I could imagine that this sword would affect you more than others. But eventually it will affect everyone the same. It comes from the time of Eretzar, where all the elves of Erd were corrupted by him.
Every last one.
Most of them. A price which Adana still pays to this day.
Well, if I need to use it until before we chuck it in a demi-plane, well, I'll have no other choice, but I really don't want to have to use this.
I don't really see a situation where you would. I've never seen you swing a sword.
I've mostly dueled with rapiers and scimitars in my time. I'm not one for the big, weighty weapons. Even then, I would much rather spend my time making poetry or painting.
I can always train you up. We can spar.
I feel like I would physically break apart by the end of the session.
Oh, I can confirm. There was
Yeah.
splinters everywhere. That was a rough year.
But I might take you up on that in the future. Very firm, maybe.
Wait, Mona, haven't seen you ever use a longsword either.
Oh, I can. Can't be that hard.
I mean, Morna's an assassin, right? Surely she would have trained with multiple ways of murdering people.
Yeah, it's not that difficult.
I don't know. I've only really ever see you punch things.
Oh, I can use a short sword. I know how to use them. I don't know about a long sword.
So if we just break the end off, then
Yes, that's the only difference between a longsword and a
yeah, it's just yeah. I mean, and then break even more off, and it becomes a dagger.
yeah. A dagger with like the hilt of a greatsword.
It's just a dagger for people with very big hands.
Yeah. It's like a giant dagger.
Right.
Right. Well, so what was the let's go over this plan again then. Did we have a plan?
Is there a handout that I can add to my inventory, or?
Just add a Vorpal longsword so you can search it in the
Alright.
compendium. And then just thing it over to your inventory. And click and drag it.
Okay.
As I remember, Scrimshaw, we had a few ideas floating around. I am particularly keen that we go into and confront Vietus in a large open space. We hide in a cart of some description. Our friend Kver wheels us in, and we surprise them in the middle of the square, or wherever they take us, or he takes us. And we kill him.
One thing about that. Kavir says. Vikas took my cart.
I thought he was returning the cart.
Did say
Sure. But he won't return it until tonight. And
there are not plenty of carts in the surrounding area.
in the jungle.
Oh, no. Much closer to Sardel.
Well, there might be one in the town, but by then you might be spotted.
Pretty posh will be fine. We have Morna after all. He has a talent for these types of things.
I feel as though it might undermine our message if while you are giving some speech about the return of the librarian and this, that, and the other, so one of the innocent people of the town just were to be like, "That's my cart.
Well,
Thieves!
They stole my cart."
as far as I'm aware, carts don't have any identifying features on them. It's not like they have a number or anything, or a letter, or a
Yeah, but
symbol on
They
them.
have
It
the
might have a might have a metal panel that another cart might not have, might be built differently.
built different.
And you can't say that there's no identifying marks. As soon as you say that, and we decide to pick one specific card, it'll turn out that it'll have a name on it that we haven't seen. And then it'll be the one card in the entire city with a name on it.
I mean, these things aren't mass produced, right? They're gonna have their own
Dock is-
character to them.
The dock isn't a large city, it's more like a small town. It's a quite close-knit community.
Would you know of a more efficient way of sneaking in?
I think if you were going to try and convince the townspeople, the best way to do it was just walk in.
Probably make
You
more
have
of a scene.
None of you have clearly read the Iliad before. I mean, wait, what?
What's the Iliad?
Ah, yes, we need to make a wooden horse.
Yes.
Just leave it on the
A
outside of the
wooden
town.
dragon.
Hello, bring
You're
it
like,
in.
what's this massive? Yeah.
It has 10 cheetahs in it, in cages. And they're like a meow on the side kind of thing. Anyway. No, I mean, go on. Yeah, go on.
I think that if you hope to convince the townspeople, the best thing to do is not to sneak in, because that would look like you are just straight up assassinating someone.
But
Sorry.
isn't that what we're doing?
No. We are not assassinating. We are inviting theaters to have a form of combat.
Not that there's anything wrong with assassinating. Just looking towards Morna.
But we're planning on killing him.
Yeah, we are killing him, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Then that's still assassination.
More of a lynching.
Oh my god!
Melinda says, I can't help but agree here with Kavir. If we are hoping on a regime change, we should try and do it in a noble fashion, surely.
Very well.
Trial by combat.
We were, well, potentially, but perhaps to stop Vietus escaping, we will position ourselves around the perimeter of the central square, a little bit out. I will walk into the center with Kavir and Pois. I will challenge Vietus, reveal my identity, and then if Vietus tries to escape, we will have all exits covered.
I don't think this is a
And-
good idea.
What if it,
And if
what
he knocks you on your
he-
ass,
He will
And
not
what if-
knock me on my ass. It's like
What
kind
if he has
of.
the-
this
What if
thing.
he has all of his guards just kill you on the spot?
Do you seriously think a few guards and some low
I don't
level
think it'll
dragonborn?
I don't think it'll merely be a few guards if he's planning on killing 300.
I'm sure I'll be okay, Chinook. Please do not worry about me.
I don't think this is a good idea, but you can. I'm not going to stop you.
Warner, what would you suggest?
I'm not really sure, but we're trying to keep our head down here and get to
And-
Mount Kyra, right? That was the original plan.
And keep our heads on our shoulders.
Yeah. And
You are
I feel like just going in and announcing who you are to the world is a terrible idea, and we should do this on the way back rather than on the way there.
But we won't have time on the way back. They will already be dead.
Please, please. I assumed we'd already. I thought we already agreed that getting the people on side to assist us would be a good course of action.
No, I never really agreed to that. I always agreed that just said we should just go straight there, but
Just let
if
300
that's what the
kobolds
rest,
die.
if that's not what the party wants, then we can do this plan.
Gira looks around, but he feels quite assured of the plan. But
I think we should stick together. I don't think that having you go in alone is wise. Like, you're very capable, but we don't know how powerful he is, how powerful his guards are.
If they just summon a fucking dragon to rinse you.
I'm sure I really do appreciate the sentiment, but
No, I agree with Scrimshaw here. If you're going on your own, I very much believe you will be killed.
We got this far working as a team.
I agree, and we will be working as a team, but I think you've quite misunderstood the level of my power right now.
And I think you're careening on a power high, and your hubris will get you flayed alive in the square.
Dying a martyr wouldn't be a terrible thing.
Yes, it would be.
We need
Please don't
Yes,
die.
We
We don't have any dominance. We can't bring you back.
Plus
I'm
we very
sorry, but
explicitly need you alive.
If you will not follow, this is my choice to do this. But you are welcome to do what you want. But I am.
Well, we'll follow you then.
Coming with you.
Here just grunts. He isn't particularly pleased with the outcome.
Not gonna just let you die.
If I may interject, Massamantha says.
Hmm?
I fear that the reason we need allies isn't because I'm worried about our prospects against Naxos. It's because Naxos still has a fairly large, from what I can tell, consortment of allies and fellow dragons that we will not be able to fight if they are all focused on our attack on Mount Kyra. If we go to Mount Kyra if we go to Mount Kyra without any assistance or any form of distraction, such as a civil conflict that the dragons may be distracted away from, we may end up having to face far more than just Nexus. This might be an opportunity for us to divert the attention of the dragons to the North Island whilst we may sneak around. And having allies is always going to be a good idea, surely.
For sure.
So a pincer movement. We send a large group of rebels to the front while we sneak in the back and crush them between the two armies, right?
Well, I do believe the idea would be to cause as much attention here so that Naxos is left undefended. As much as
Oh, that's much
can.
better.
Yes, that is my point. If there
Yeah,
is
I agree.
if there is an uprising of Dragonborn on this island, which has a history of rebelling, clearly by the state of Sardel, then Naxos may have his attention focused here, and we can sneak in.
Does that mean we're going back to the assassination route?
Well, it's not an assassination insofar as just calling him out, and I suppose it is. But I do not like the term assassination.
But
I'm not sure.
we
can
could always
call it
do it in
Planned
secret.
murder of a government official.
Morna, the reason it is we are to do this is to make a statement, a scene, an assassination would had ambiguity in what happened. We need it to be clear the old regime is toppling to something that the Dragonborn aspire to, a historical precedent of what we were, or perhaps what we could be.
Okay. But I would make sure that you use this and I get out my coin and like so then none of his government officials can bring him back to life.
What is this coin, Mona?
It stops people's souls from it just um it basically just hurries up getting their soul to the afterlife so you can't revive people. That's why I keep it in my pocket, not on my body, just in case I die.
I've never heard of such a thing before.
It's yeah, there's not many that exist.
What magic powers this process?
It's the magic power of the trespasser. My God, I'll tell
Oh.
her. You know, I've told her about you. But no, no, I've told you about her. I've told her about you.
I told her about you. She's very interested in your soul.
Yours in particular.
You know,
Oh,
she takes people's. It's where she takes your souls when you die and looks after them like a mother.
Well, isn't that nice?
Sounds comforting. So, how would I go about using this?
Just sort of, I don't know. Once he's down, and before you actually sort of kill him, you know. Once he's unconscious, then you can just like put it on him and then slit his throat.
Oh, that's lovely. You said that with like zero emotion. It's great.
Or you can strangle them. That's a lot less messy.
You terrify me sometimes. You know that, right?
Cracks knuckles.
I want to imagine Morna wasn't actually cracking knuckles. She was just very audibly saying that.
What a strange thing to say.
It's like people who say lol.
The Dragonborn appreciate and value knowledge, but close to that is power and strength. I think a strong display of force, whatever that may look like, will suffice, but if the opportunity arises, I will use your coin if that is okay.
I think you should, because if he's... I don't know what tech and magic they have out here, but if they have magic, they'll just bring him back to life, but this will stop that.
Very well. Well, thank you very much. He takes the coin from her hand and...
Don't press the button.
There's a button. It's
Don't
just a
press
coin.
it.
Okay.
Gary, where'd you go?
Which won't do.
Okay, he kind of pockets it.
Is there a button on it?
You like... Yeah, if you like squeeze it, it goes... Just teleports you back to...
I thought that was like, I thought it was, you like,
triangle.
did a... I don't know what I thought. I thought you just like did a like spell like thing with it. I don't know, like
Nah.
threw some key into it or something. I'd never
No,
really
you just press a
considered it.
button and boom, you're there. That's great.
No, the way it works is you insert it into someone's butt cheeks like a slot machine.
Do you swipe it like a credit card?
He goes boop, and then they just.
Right, well, thank you, Morna. This is a kind gift.
Yeah, it just has to touch his skin.
Very well.
Scales.
Kavir,
Oh yeah.
Hang on. What if Gira dies while that coin's on him?
Well, if it's in his pocket, he'll be fine.
Okay.
Who's
Gira, your pockets are in working order, right? There's no holes in your pockets.
my pockets are quite okay, Shunak. Do
Okay,
not
good.
worry.
Just making
That
sure.
was Scrimshaw. I was actually rather silent throughout.
Oh, many apologies. My
Um,
put it down to
I
old
know
age.
us long livers all look the same, but
Yeah, Kira.
So what is the plan? Masamantha says.
We are to walk into Sardel, into the town square. I suggest I will try and be as obvious and visible as possible to encourage a crowd to follow us into the center. Maybe we could all kind of say something like, "Oh, the librarian is back," as we go through the streets.
I could do
Follow
that.
in behind, and then when we arrive into the square, I imagine Vietus will be aware of our presence. Everyone will be there, and he will obviously have to therefore temper his actions. And in that moment, we will challenge him, defeat him, and then we shall meet with I just had it on my screen. With Keldros. If Naxus shows his hand early, then we shall.
I volunteer for attention grabbing.
Thank you very much.
I'm very good at getting people's
Oh,
attention.
librarian.
The one thing I haven't quite figured out yet is how we're going to slip past without Naxus's contingents, realizing we have, but perhaps a question for later down the line.
Wait, sorry, into the town or into Mount Kyra?
Into Mount Kyra and over the sea.
Oh, right.
I suppose a question for another day.
Yeah, I think that's something to be figured out later.
Does anyone have any challenges to this plan of action or any suggestions?
I
All are
do.
welcome.
Boss says.
Oh, Hippos.
Oh, I
Eric
thought you were there.
kneels down and go on, boss.
So, are they gonna kill me?
No, they're not going to kill you.
He puts a hand on his shoulder. Shunnock said, "We promise nothing will happen to you."
Okay. Boss seems quite nervous about the prospect of standing up to Vicus. You got me saying that.
Am I doing it? Honestly, names. Are there any other, just as sensible and reasonable?
Yes, am I going to die?
Maybe.
I mean, someday.
Thanks, Scrimshaw.
It's a real possibility.
You can't die twice in 2 days. That would be. But yeah, and just laughs. And it's like
Yes.
that would be
No,
unrealistic.
you know, we
Imagine
Oh,
dying
no.
more than one time in the same fight. That would just be dreadful. That would be awful luck.
Very well. Then if we are in accord, get moving unless anyone has anything they need to do.
I wonder where Shai is. Melindra says.
Well, Shai has had plenty of time to show her face. I'm sure she will. You know where we are, I'm sure.
Yeah, just hear the explosions and the sounds of cruel death.
Hmm.
Yay!
Mike, did Gira share his... I can't remember if he told anyone about what he saw.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, he did, that's fine.
You
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Gavere, what the abilities of this Vicus? What does he do? What's his those that are close to him? What can we expect?
Honestly, I'm unsure. He hasn't had to use his powers yet, not in the town, but he has been known for quite some time as an enforcer for Naxus. He has some latent magical abilities. Not much is for sure, but exactly what I do not know.
So he's a mage of sorts.
I think so, yes.
Right.
But a lot of the Dragonborn enforcers under Naxus are powerful, not necessarily from their study of magic, but from an innate gift that has been bestowed upon them by Naxus,
So a sorcerer of some form.
of some form, I think. If that
Does
is
that
right.
have something to do with the weird gemstone that Poss totally stole?
I don't know. I doubt it. Otherwise, Virkus would probably have killed me and everyone else to get it back immediately. I think he's just assuming that his threat of revenge will cause it to get back to him presently, as soon as possible.
Right, well, I guess if that's the only information we have about them, then strategy-wise, I guess Chinook, stay close to him.
His Blade brothers will be tough. The ways of the Blade brothers are different to a lot of different types of fighters in other realms. A lot of them have very, very advanced magical abilities as well. And should I put my armor on? He will
Yeah.
be expecting a fight if I do, I'm sure.
Please do.
So
All of you, please prepare yourself.
yeah, by the sounds of it, we're not really hiding anything.
Okay. Kaveh goes into the hut, begins to put his armor on. Pross takes out his crossbow and just fiddles with it a bit.
Maybe stay out of this one.
Please stay near, nonetheless. Actually, no. Do just disperse if you do feel comfortable.
Laptop crashed on my phone.
Okay. I don't feel comfortable.
Okay, yes. Stay clear. Don't get in the fight. We've got this.
And if you do, make sure to throw whatever things you can at the guards.
Not the diamond, not the emerald.
Just
Not
don't.
the
Just.
emerald.
I mean, I've got the emerald, but
Yeah, Scrimshaw's got that.
just
Okay.
yeah, just stay clear. Stay.
Explosives or anything that would help.
What's an explosive?
Something that goes boom, makes big flame.
Not on me.
Will it be in the town?
Maybe.
Well, if you can find some, just have a whole bunch of kobolds throw them at the guards. It'd be great.
Not many kobolds in Sardel.
Well, whoever is there then, Dragonborn, kobolds, the works.
Okay.
Big boom.
Just keep yourself safe.
Yeah, just keep yourself safe. While
Play
raining.
Play with explosives. Keep yourself safe. I can do that.
Yeah, it's a normal day for us, I would say. Although we never really keep safe, do we?
Kaveh comes out of the shack, suited up in his Blade Brother scale mail. It is who looks rather dashing in it. The two daggers on his side that he keeps. He now has a third and a fourth on his like sort of in close reach on his back. They sort of have like this sort of pale blue glow to them as he sort of takes them out of the holsters and wipes them on his clothes.
Like mithril or something else?
Possibly. They actually are glowing rather than
Right.
it has a sheen of blue.
Does that glow mean anything, or do they just do that all the time?
He says, I suppose you'll see.
Huh. All right then.
Right.
be off.
Now, let's go. We have a long walk to go.
Okay, so you begin heading towards Sardel.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
I think when we get to maybe like like 5-10 minutes out of town, I want to throw an armor of Agathis around me.
Gira's gonna like he doesn't really he got rid of his cloak when he was back in what's it called? I'm just gonna get a mind blank. Home. But he is he's gonna try and be as kind of puffed up in his hammer on his side. And I know he's not gonna cast kind of the Avatar of the Librarian spell, but kind of like he's gonna try as best as he can to kind of let electricity trickle from him a little bit.
Yeah.
And so the air around him is almost kind of quite crisp and quite strange. So for people around him, it's kind of like, oh, something's weird's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Try and lend a bit of legitimacy. And
Yep.
try and make his eyes crackle a bit blue as well.
Okay. So you begin to be led by Kaveh through the jungle and Pos. Back towards the ruined city of Sardel, which on the other side, is the sort of current lived quarter. So you put your armor of Agathis up, Scrimshaw, as you
Yep.
begin to walk through the ruined city, once again taking a look at these the melted stone buildings, and the sort of shadows of people that had been incinerated long ago that sort of line the walls. So if you are you all sort of walking in one group?
I'd imagine
so.
so.
Okay. Are you making an effort to stealth, or are you just gonna walk up?
I can't roll, but I imagine I was going to start trying to bring the residents into town by making a speech or the like, because I'm very
So,
good at
Okay.
The
What sort of
opposite,
thing?
anti-stealth.
like just kind of like a rhyming kind of performance.
Okay. I'll roll a performance check for you.
Okay, well, you might.
Maybe like a song made up about the return of the librarian on the way down.
So that says 27 you got.
Nice.
So you, off the top of your head, riff. Quite a nice sonnet. You notice that you immediately start getting some strange looks. As you start to get into the lived part, the sort of huts and sort of shacks that people live in, a few people sort of sticking their head out of upper tier windows and just sort of watching you. You notice Dragonborn whispering to themselves as a group you walk through the town. You notice a lot of them seem quite scared, and a lot of shutters as they notice that this group is walking up, and you're saying the librarian has returned, what this and that. A lot of them are shutting their shutters and pretending like nothing's happening. A traumatized people. It takes a bit more than a song to convince them. But eventually you get to the main part of the docks, which is the sort of center of this area. And out of the sort of hut in the center of the area, a few people sort of who are standing around begin to clear the space, sensing that something's not up. And after a moment, the door of the hut opens up, and Viacus and a number of Dragonborn Blade Brothers, who are armed and ready for a fight, step out. So this is what you see. Obviously, you've come in from the easterly direction. Viacus seems confused and says, "Kaveh, you have friends. Now, this is not what I expected.
I stick my tongue out.
You have always been one to dabble in treasonous ways. Naxus was clearly a fool to allow you to deal with foreigners. So you step forward to go?
Yeah, so Gira steps forward from among the people. Is Aviatus kind of just stand there?
He look at first. Obviously, you're like behind the group, but then you sort of step through them as the group parts, and you step forward. And Vickers goes, "Now, what is this?"
So in as much of a booming voice as he can to try and like, because obviously the people in the houses will probably be listening. He kind of says something like, he goes, "My name is Gira, High Librarian of the Great Kyra Concord," and then he, I don't know, Varsof Drakaro, and he kind of like holds his hammer up. Hear your librarian. The time of Naxos is coming to an end. Together that starts today. This foul creature, and he points his hammer as it's kind of sparking with all this kind of electricity at Virkus,
Yeah.
has desecrated this land and ruled through fear. Today his rule ends, and from its ashes a new order will arise. Take these lands, plow the soil, and defeat the foul cult of Naxos. Once more we will prosper. Blade brothers, he kind of looks to them. Why do you pull your hand in with this monster? Side with the side of right and justice once more, and we will take back these lands, and you will be placed back into your rightful place as explorers of the world and hunters and guardians of all that is good for us.
Vickers says, "What?" Naxos said, "Kill him!" and turns around and tries to point at you. to the Blade Brothers.
In that moment, can he summon the avatar of the librarian?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so your hammer crackles as sort of latent radiant lightning energy surges through your body. Two sort of spectral wings shoot out, sort of dominating the space around you, as your shadow and all the sort of shadows in the area seem to elongate as the sun seems to sort of hide behind the moon, like as a sort of eclipse comes over the docks. Vickers sort of is like stumbling back more and more as the sort of Blade Brothers slowly start to move forward. As Vickers is like, "No, it can't be. It can't. No, Naxos, help me!"
Can Gira cast Hold Monster? Is like this kind of tendril of electricity comes out.
Yes. Well, as that begins, then let's roll initiative, shall we?
Is Poss standing there?
he yeah, but, well, yeah, he might have to move.
So we are fighting the Blade Brothers, right?
Well, currently they seem loyal to Vickers.
Okay. I'll just make
Mira was the one that wants to kill Virkus, right?
Yeah.
So we're not supposed to interfere.
Well, you can do what you want.
You can do what you want.
Oh, sorry.
I
My initiative didn't go through. What the-
mean, my plan is kill Virkus, and then if the others remain loyal, they can choose to keep fighting, but they might not.
Okay.
Remember, it's been 500 years since there's been a librarian, so
They're a bit shocked.
yeah, they are a bit shocked. All right. Well, in that case, let's battle theme. All right. As Gira begins to loom, his hammer and his body crackling with energy, the hammer glowing with pure radiant power. Morna, you're off the bat as Vickers says, "Kill him! Arrest them all!"
I run over to here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit him.
Hit Vickers.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does, but he's going to use shield as a reaction.
Damn it. Okay. Does 26 hit?
26 does hit.
Okay, can you do a Con save, please.
You can. That is an 18.
Damn it. Okay, and I do another attack. That's.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
And then I'm gonna move over here.
Okay, yeah. As you rush forward, you manage to hit him with one, but his magical powers sort of kick in, and you sort of begin hitting this sort of magical shield, stepping back as the Blade Brothers progress. Chinook.
Seeing that Vikas has his shield up, I'm going to throw out a phantasmal killer on him.
Okay.
At level 5.
Level 5. Okay, what save is that?
Hang on, I put it into the
Wisdom save. Okay.
wisdom save, yes.
Oh, 24.
Oh,
That's a good roll. So that's still the damage, right? Or take. It doesn't take anything, right?
but yeah,
All right. In that case.
I'm going to inspire Roxon.
Ah. A grand choice.
Okay, is that a D10?
Yes.
There you go. Alright, in that case, Roxod now feeling inspired.
Nice. What kind of shield was it again? Sorry.
It's a magical shield, so it basically increases his armor class for the turn.
Okay. Okay, so I can still take a whack.
Dig a whack.
I'm gonna obviously become angry.
Yeah.
And hit him.
Okay. Stepping forward.
20.
20. That does not hit because of the shield, unfortunately.
Okay. Saying that, I'm gonna hit the one next to him.
Okay.
25.
25 does hit.
Okay, so it does 26.
Yeah, you smack into the Blade Brother, who hasn't quite readied themselves just as of yet for a fight, as you guys rush forward right on the attack. Right, Poss. Poss immediately scurries back. Is just going to hide in between this
That
alley.
is probably a good place
Yeah.
for boss.
He has 5 hit points.
Oh god.
No.
He has a standard kobold stat block, so...
Let's hope they don't cast anything on him, just for the shits and gigs.
Alright, Vikas' turn. Alright, Vikas is going to cast...
Found a spell.
Alright, if you want to use a cast spell without knowing what he's going to cast, go ahead.
Yeah, I
Cast
don't,
heal on the party.
What spell, what level are you using?
just 3.
3, okay, you need to roll.
Okay, so it's 1d20 plus. It's just a regular charisma roll, right?
Plus jack of all trades.
Fuck.
Plus what?
It's
Plus-
been included in there already.
Oh, has it? Okay. Alright, so Vikas casts Globe of Invulnerability on himself. A barrier sort of springs in a radius, 10-foot radius around him.
I don't know what this spell does. Feels like this in the name, though, right?
Actually, if you do an Arcana check, you might be able to find out. But,
Okay.
or someone who knows can shout it out. But yeah, so a sort of a shimmering globe surrounds him. Okay. And he's going to just step back.
I will just try and stop that with Sentinel.
Yeah, go ahead. Make an attack.
So it's just a normal attack. So it'd be 24.
Into a normal attack 24, that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just 13 damage.
13 damage.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be
Wait.
18?
Huh?
Wouldn't it be 18 plus 3?
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
got the... Oh yeah, sorry, I'm looking at it the wrong way around.
Yeah, so
you're
21.
right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, cool.
21. 21?
21.
Okay,
21.
so you managed to hold him in place.
Nice.
In that case, Scrimshaw.
Okay, gonna kind of go up and over and then down here.
Yeah.
And gonna just make some attacks on Viekus.
Mhm.
With a actually, I'm going to throw my Hexblade's Curse on him first.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mark that off. Hexblade's Curse and Avenger. Ooh, natural
Nice.
20.
Smite.
Okay, so that is 25 plus a smite, of course,
Yeah.
Here it comes.
plus
Oh.
56.
Oh!
So that is a
Well done.
total of 66, 70,
Yeah, I got it.
80, 81.
Naturally, he's looking rather pained.
And he is knocked prone.
Okay.
So second attack at advantage. For another natural 20.
Nice.
Smite.
I mean, it's the law, right?
Yeah, it's the law. He has to be smited.
Holy shit! We fucked this guy up!
Okay, so that is a
Okay.
total of 34, 44, 44, 49,
Stop,
51.
he's already dead.
Only 61 on that one.
Okay, well, in that case, Scrimshaw's rushing behind Viekus, slashing him down twice. The crackle of your Avenger strikes through him, and he collapses to the ground. This sort of black, sort of spiral of dark, powerful energy begins seeping out of him. He sort of clutches the mortal wound that you affected upon him, and falls to his knees, sort of like before he falls on his face, dead.
I shall say, Blade Brothers. Not too late to change your allegiance.
Roxanne did just hit one of them in the chest.
I take that back.
All right, well, I'll do some.
We can
rolls
heal
quick.
that.
I'm just doing some rolls. All right, so these two Blade Brothers at the back, seeing Viekus fall and this sort of black energy which continues to spiral out of him, begin stumbling back in terror and just begin running off. However, these other two continue to fight. Alright, so 25 and a natural 20 on you, Scrimshaw.
The 25 misses, and I will use a lucky point on the nat 20.
This one has disadvantage.
Yeah, well, he hasn't done an attack yet.
Sorry.
Alright, so 29 then, Scrimshaw.
Okay, that hits.
Alright, so you watch as these Blade Brothers, similar to Kaveh, take their daggers out of their holsters and throw them up into the air. And as they begin to glow up in the air, they just begin hovering around them. And they're not actually like using any of their hands. They're just sort of directing them magically to attack you.
Mm.
So that first hit. So that's 11 slashing damage plus 1 force damage.
Okay,
Roll pretty
and he takes 25 points of cold damage.
Okay, so this isn't actually a melee attack. Is that different? Because the dagger will take that damage.
If a creature hits, if a creature hits you with a melee attack, we'll have these points.
Okay, so the dagger is actually going to take that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so I'll do Kaveh after Gira.
Right.
Yeah, these I actually has a third attack. Sorry, hang on. Actually, does it count? It's a 15-foot reach. It's technically a melee, but he's not actually holding it.
Yeah, that's still if it's a melee attack, then it
Alright,
still
I'll allow
counts.
it. 25.
Cool.
And then the third attack from that guy is 31 to hit.
That hits.
That's 12 slashing damage plus 1 force damage.
Oh, that's just enough to take down the armor of Agathis. But again, another 25 cold damage.
You just rolled 2 ones on the force damage. Brilliant. Alright, okay, and then, so this second guy with disadvantage is going to hit Roxon 3 times.
Well, we advantage on Roxon.
Advantage on Roxon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Be
yeah,
disadvantage on Scriptural.
Alright, so 32, 24, and 33. Roxon.
Sorry, 22.
32, 24, and 33 to hit.
They'll all hit.
Okay, so that's going to be on the first one 9 slashing damage, half to 4,
Yeah.
plus 3 force damage.
Yeah.
6 slashing damage, half to 3, plus 7 force damage.
Yeah.
And 6 slashing damage, half to 3, plus 2 force damage.
Alright.
And this third guy is going to attack Scrimshaw twice and Roxon once. So Scrimshaw, that's going to be 18 misses, 24 misses, I guess.
Yep.
And then on Roxon, 31 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright, 14 slashing damage, half to 7, plus 7 force damage.
Alright.
Okay, Gira.
So that will happen quite quickly. Gira's gonna, I think he's gonna keep his form and he's gonna fly up around 30, 40 feet, just kind of above the houses. Sorry, were you saying something, or no? I didn't.
No, I was just gonna. No, don't worry. I can't say it, so I'll wait till my turn.
And it's gonna kind of in a really booming voice say to the town, Beatus, did I say it wrong again, Mike? I'm so sorry.
Sphericus.
Yeah.
Vircus has been defeated in no less than a few moments. This is who you let lead yourself. Rise up, come out of your houses, and see what's happened to your glorious leader. We offer you a better path. And then how hurt are the Blade Brothers?
No, none of them are looking hurt yet.
Just want to see what this spell does. Touch cards. Gira's kind of like almost low-key wants to persuade them not to try and fight us anymore.
Make an intimidation check.
Can I was gonna, as an action, cast like cure wounds on, like mass cure wounds on them, on the Blade Brothers and our guys as well, to see if they'd like see the magic on them and go, actually, maybe I shouldn't be trying to kill you because we're gonna get killed if we carry on for a few more moments. Would that?
So they did just do a roll to see what their loyalty was.
Okay, so if it's not okay.
So, you can give it a try, but it means just their next check they might have disadvantage on it.
Okay. Did we do a considerable amount of damage to the Blade Brothers?
One of them's taken about 50. I think one of them's taken. I think they're taking about 50, right?
One's taken.
No, one's taken about 30.
No, one's taken 36 so far.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna go for a mass cure wounds on everyone who's taken damage, including the Blade Brothers. I know, like that's kind of like a weird move, but I think
Sure,
Gira wouldn't want to kill them.
Go ahead.
It's just flexing. It's like, we'll be fine even if we do heal you.
Yeah. So it's 22
How high up are
healing.
you? 40 feet up.
30, 40. I didn't really specify, to be fair. So the range on it is
Well, how far can you move when you fly? I can't remember.
it just says flight, so I'm assuming
Oh
it's
yeah, it's just your normal. Okay, 30
just the normal, and it's 60 feet range, so it should be fine. If he's like kind
That's
of
right,
like,
yeah.
should be fine. Even if I don't move forward a little bit, but keep to remind, I guess. Yeah, so it'll be Roxon, Scrimshaw, and then the Blade Brother who take damage, and then I don't think Born you've taken any damage.
Both one north is Scrimshaw and the one
Yeah,
south. is
they'll
Scrimshaw have
they'll
both.
feel the magic in them, kind of thing.
Right, 22 then.
Yeah, so and he's gonna stay in the air. Hopefully, people would like see him through windows and stuff, and kind of like as the wind's battering them open a little bit or something.
Make a perception check for me, Gira.
Yep.
All right. You hear from above the flapping of wings, just like piquing your ears. Although having an immediate look around, you don't spot anything immediately.
Would Gira interpret that as dragons? I'm assuming.
Possibly. I mean, you did see dragons flying in the air around this area before.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, you also see at this point that these sort of weird black smoke coming off Vicus's body has reached about your height in the air. Kaveh steps forward, kind of unsure what to do.
Hold on, Mike. Does Massa, Johan, and Melindra have turns in this?
Oh shit! I didn't even do them, did I? Right. They can all go after Kaveh.
It's always the friendly NPCs that get forgotten.
Yeah.
I've done it more than once too.
I think I do it every fight. Yes, Kaveh steps forward. He's sort of unsure what to do. Johan says, "What is that?" Stepping forward, looking at Vicus's sort of black smoke. It's quite like tendrils of wispy black energy coming off him. Massa looks up and says, "I don't think this is the end of it." And she points up in the air, but you can't quite see what she's pointing at. And Melindra goes into her dragon form. Just growing in front of Chinook, and the wings fly up into the air. Seeing what Master Samantha has pointed at, she flies up 40 feet.
Am I like knocked back at all from like the sheer just kind of shockwave of the wings?
If she was using her wing attack, then you might have been. She's sort of like she's like flying. All right.
I just
well,
bunch of dust in my
What
face.
is? What has Massa pointed at?
so now, So do you want to do a perception check, Mona?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, you see up in the sky, where the sort of moon has gone in front of the sun when Gira went into his avatar form. Now the sun is starting to re-emerge from behind it, and in the glare you see two sort of black dots beginning to descend on the town. Just growing in height, in size.
Okay. But they're nowhere near it at the moment.
Probably a couple of turns away.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go under Gira and ask him to say, "Can you drop the coin, please? Just drop it, and I'll catch it."
I assume I have to wait for my turn to do that.
Careful you don't press the
You
button.
could use your reaction if you want.
Okay. Yep. He
Okay.
reaches into his pocket and drops it.
As was the original plan, I'm gonna
Yeah.
hopefully catch it. And then
your ability
Yeah,
to,
good.
to do normal monk shit is far surpassed.
and then I'm gonna do what the original plan was and put the coin on this Vicus's head and slit his throat. And as I do so, I say, I sacrifice the soul to the trespasser. May she keep you safe as your soul nourishes her.
Okay, as you put the coin on Vicus's body, all this black tendrils begin to seep back into it, and it's being absorbed into the coin. But there's this strange moment where you see the coin begin to vibrate, and you hear this strange rumbling voice overcome your ears and the ears of everyone else in the area, which says, "His soul is not yours." And as this happens, you watch as the coin shatters and this explosion shoots out. So can you Scrimshaw, Roxon, and the Blade Brothers who are nearby make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Can I have advantage?
How extreme does this
You do have
explosion?
advantage.
How extreme does this explosion look?
It's like an explosion of force rather than like power. Well, it's an explosion of power. It's more likely to knock you back than really do a lot of damage.
Okay.
Yay!
All right. So you have Mona. You have evasion.
Yeah.
So you don't take any damage, but you do get knocked back 10 feet. Bonk. Roxon, you don't take any damage, but you get knocked back 10 feet. Kaveh, Blade Brothers, and Scrimshaw, you take 10 force damage.
Okay.
And as the coin explodes, all this black like force energy reconverges, and there's this like flaming sphere begins to just like whirlwind in the center of it. And there seems to be this sort of grip in reality that sort of begins swarming around Virkus as Virkus's body is absorbed into it. And what comes out of Virkus's body is not Virkus, but this large demonic-looking entity with a flaming whip and a sword with electricity pulsing out of it as this creature shoots out of his body. Sort of having been summoned by Virkus's death. Immediately sets like this. Immediately sets fire to the hut that's behind him.
Oh, I say I've used this coin twice, and both times it's got
Maybe you
ruined.
should stop using the coin.
How much of my turn do I have left?
What have you done? You've the coin was an action to use.
Okay, in that case, I have nothing really I can do. I just maybe move over here.
All right, Chinook, you now see this unfolding of this demonic being having arrived on this plane, summoned by Virkus's death. Clearly some pact that Virkus made. What do you want to do?
Did you say what that was? Sorry, my internet's being weird and sometimes the noise cuts out.
Well, you would know from your travels that this is a Balor.
Fuck! Okay! Right! I just kind of say, this is bad, 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 and I very hastily... I don't fucking know! I just want it to stop trying to hurt people! I'm going to... I don't know! Fucking... Auto's irresistible dance!
Auto's irresistible dance.
Oh no.
On the Balor.
On the Balor, yes! The Balor appears and it starts to just slide!
What save does he have to do?
It's not a save, it just happens!
Alright, hang on, let me read it.
What spell's that?
Otto's
something.
irresistible dance.
What the hell?
Oh yeah.
Alright, cool.
Does it just happen until? Oh,
It just happens until the spell ends, I guess.
It can use I think it can use an action to make
Yeah.
the wisdom save
Yeah.
again.
Sure.
Well, to make a wisdom save.
Yeah, to make a wisdom save. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So he's currently charmed.
He's dancing.
So it's just doing the Jar slide.
Just starts doing a robot dance.
What's it doing with that? What's it doing with the whip? Like,
Oh god, my eyes!
we like some fire dancing.
it's driving me crazy. It's got like the whip going around above his head, like a lasso.
You're gonna have to step forward a bit, Chinook, to do that.
Okay, yeah, sure, I'm here now.
You're gonna have to step 5 foot forward.
Okay, yeah, I just kind of shrug my shoulders at Masamantha as I do it. I don't know.
She gives you like a strange glance.
I just give it her moves.
As this Balor has been compelled to dance by your whim. Right. Is that your turn?
I'm gonna inspire Scrimshaw as well.
Alright. Get 1d10.
Nice.
Alright, Roxon.
I'm going to charge the Balor.
Okay.
And attack the Balor.
Yeah.
You get
Ooh.
advantage without needing to reckless.
Yes. Doesn't matter,
Okay,
it's
that
exactly the
hits.
same roll. Nice. Okay, and we go again. And that hits too. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Well, that's my turn.
Okay, so Pwas vanishes from the battlefield.
Thank fuck for that.
Sorry, I'll use Virkus's
Yeah.
stat this thing. Right, so the Balor roars as a aura of flame shoots out from it. At the start of its turn, Roxon, can you take 10 fire damage, please?
Yes.
While it's dancing.
Yeah, it just is a thing. It does,
Ah.
and it has disadvantage on attacks when it's doing this.
I think so. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it does. So that is actually a surprisingly helpful spell.
Yeah, so it's going to attack Roxon with its longsword, and is going to attack Scrimshaw with its whip.
Okay, at disadvantage.
Mega disadvantage.
Yeah, mega disadvantage.
If
Alright,
only
so
they stacked.
that's a 30 on Roxon.
Yeah, that'll hit.
23 slashing damage. That's going to be halved to 11,
Yeah.
and 12 lightning.
Yeah.
And Scrimshaw, the whip is a 30 as well, actually.
Oh, that is a hit.
That's 10 slashing damage,
Oh,
and 9 fire damage.
Okay.
Can you make a strength saving throw for me, please, Scrimshaw? As the flaming whips just grapples you, and he's trying to tug you towards him.
Remember, you have a D10 when you roll this. don't
It's probably not going to help, so not going to bother.
Okay. You get pulled towards him.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay,
Scrimshaw.
not grappled, just pulled.
Yeah, it's just pulled. Like the whip's released. Like it's made of fire. So yeah, it's just more like drags you towards him.
Oh, sorry. When Virkus died, I would have moved the Hexblade's curse. Unless, would it have persisted through onto this, or is this a new?
I'll allow it.
Okay. I shall, in that case, just do some wax.
It's more like, yeah, Vicus's body has been taken over by some
repurposed.
demonic. Yeah.
Okay, whack whack. 25 to hit
That hits.
for 22 damage. Second attack, 30 to hit.
Okay.
And 23 damage.
Okay.
I just like kind of turn over to the Blade Brothers like, you still on this guy's side?
It's a literal demon!
like, come on, guys.
Yeah, summoning demons, who would do that?
Just bear with me. I'm doing some rolls.
Yeah, that's it for me.
I can't believe we didn't expect the super sickly Dragonborn, who is very visibly weak and frail, wouldn't actually be super powerful.
I mean, we don't know.
I-
Like,
I-
he didn't really get much chance.
And I did kind of assume he wouldn't be that hard to kill. He's just a guy. But yes, his soul's been sold.
What I
but-
mean is, like, I was fully expecting a proper, just like, easy fight that was just kind of like for the hell of creating an army, not, you know, what I assume is a warlock turning into a Balor for a moment.
He's not turning into it. He's being supplanted by a Balor.
Possessed by a Balor.
Yeah. Right. So those Blade Brothers have run away. I'm gonna keep this one on the corner of the map just because he's the token guy for the thing. These other two have stayed. They're gonna run up. They are loyal to their oath to the end, apparently.
Oh my god.
You guys are dicks, you know.
I can't believe you've done this.
Actually, they're just gonna stay back. Sorry, because they don't need to run forward. All right. So 3 attacks on Scrimshaw with their daggers.
Okay.
24, 28, 28.
The last 2 hit. Is that?
Okay.
Oh no, no disadvantage. Never mind.
I'm gonna spirit shield it because I can. Don't
Okay,
know.
so-
Ignore the great weapon spell. So
It's like, no. What are you doing? What are you doing?
So the first one. Yeah, great weapons master. Alright, so the first one then is 3 slashing damage plus 1 force damage.
Okay.
And then the second one is 5 slashing damage plus 8 force damage.
Okay.
And then the other one's going to attack Roxanne 3 times.
they take 9 force damage as well back because of the spirit shield.
Okay.
Ooh.
Does that have a range?
What the? It's just they just take the damage back. I think.
I think
don't
it's, I think it's
got range.
30 feet.
Yeah, it's 30. It's 30 feet. So I'm definitely within range to do it.
Fine.
Sure.
Okay. Alright, and then 3 attacks on you, Roxanne.
Okay.
24, 27, 21.
Yeah. Those all hit.
That's 8 slashing damage half to 4, plus 10 force damage.
Yeah. Ooh.
6 slashing damage half to 3, plus 1 force damage.
Yeah.
And 6 slashing damage half to 3, plus 4 force damage.
Okay. Ow.
Okay, Gira.
Uh,
So now, looking up, you also see what Mona saw. These 2 figures flying down from the sky towards you.
okay. So I think Gira's going to use, seeing that he's got a bit of time before they're going to get here. He's going to use, and I've never actually used this before, and I realised it was a very silly thing never to have done it. Beacon of Hope. Actually, it can only be 30 feet. Hold on, let me just figure it out. So he's going to float down to the ground for a moment. What's the total flight range per turn? Is it 60?
If you dash.
It's just normal. No, just normal movement. Is it just normal standard movement?
Yeah, let's do that for now. I can't remember what I did. I think I was fine. Yeah,
All right,
it's
he's
okay.
going to.
It just gives you the ability to fly, basically.
He's going to come back to the ground and give Massa's 30 feet up, isn't she?
No, Massamantha is next to you. Melindro is 40 feet up.
Sorry, Melindra. Okay, so everyone other than Melindra, because I can't get to her, will have Beacon of Hope, which basically means that you all have advantage of wisdom saving throws, death saving throws, and regain the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Nice.
That is something that I should have done many times in the past.
So I
but,
go back to full HP, right?
No,
That's if you
so,
get healed.
so if you
Oh.
get healed anymore,
Oh, right. Okay.
for the next
right.
minute.
I get
For the-
you now. I get
Yeah.
you now.
for the next minute, but it is concentration.
I was
But
gonna
I
say
have.
that seems broken for a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, that's called that's called Mass Heal, which is a 9th level spell.
And that's still not max.
Yeah, that's still
So,
not max. It's,
and
it
Gira-
often is, but
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's just going to kind of call out to everyone. Look to the skies. Blade Brothers, it's not too late. Fight with us. I mean, they don't seem like they're going to give much for it, but it's worth a go.
Stop being dicks.
Hearts and minds.
I'm right.
All right, so everyone feels hopeful because of Kira's
That's good.
beacon.
Hell yeah. Hope is brilliant, guys.
Yeah.
Don't diss it.
Kavere is like, what the fuck is going on?
I haven't had hope in 57 years!
Yeah, he's gonna rush over and he's going to attack these Blade Brothers. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
He shouts out, "Didn't like him anyway."
Fuck you! You owed me 20 gold.
All right. Yeah. Blade Brother has been attacked. All right. Johan is frantically searching through his spell book for something to do. He's gonna cast Lightning Bolt. Yeah, he's gonna come over here and Lightning Bolt the Balor. So in a way that it doesn't obviously get Scrimshaw.
can like aim up or whatever.
Okay, Balor needs to do a dex save. Is it disadvantage on the dex save?
Yes.
That natural 1. Alright, so that's 27 lightning damage.
That dance thing's really good. It gives you advantage in all attacks. It's good.
It does have resistance to lightning damage though. So that's going to be... What's half of 27? It's going to be 13.
13, yeah.
Alright, okay, Johan and then steps back into the sort of squelching sort of mud of the docks. Massamantha is going to rush over here and turn into a dragon form. As you watch as Massamantha begins to grow in size, much more than Melindra, and reveal her true form as an ancient gold dragon.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'll just get rid of that one.
You have a Baylor, we have a big ass dragon. 2 big ass
Actually, hang
dragons.
on. I'm gonna keep Massamantha on the.
Yeah.
Gira just looks an absolute awe at this like creature.
Yeah, she begins to grow. Her sort of her clothes begin to morph into her skin as she jumps up into the air and begins to jump upwards and flies towards the 2 figures above. I'm gonna fly over here. She shouts out, "We can hold them off. Deal with the Balor." Melindra spreads out and just waits to absorb the impact of the dragons that are attacking. Alright, Morna.
Okay, I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna attack.
Punch the demon to death.
Well, does a 23 hit?
23 does hit.
Okay. Oh, it automatically does the damage.
Whoa.
Hasn't it been doing that the whole time?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been doing that.
No, usually I have to click it.
Oh.
The frost fist bit. Can I make a con save, please?
Yeah. That is a 23.
Okay, that makes it. Does the 21 hit?
A 21, yes it does.
And another con save, please.
That is an 18.
So I miss. Oh yeah, I got crit. So I get my extra attack from the crit. Ah, another crit! Do I get another extra attack if I get 2 crits?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
So that's gonna be okay, cool.
And then I get my next attack.
Alright, 16. Okay. Are you doing con saves on that one as well?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so 2 more con saves.
Mhm.
There's a 27 and a natural 20 for a 32.
Okay, yeah, well, they don't make it. And then I'm gonna move back.
Alright. Chinook.
Alright. I'm going to kind of step back a little, and finally put my +2 flute to good use, because now I have a spell that actually has an attack roll. As I start just kind of blowing on my flute, radiant energy kind of just crackles around me as 7 orbs just kind of hover around my head, and I cast Crown of Stars.
Okay.
That is a 30 to hit, so
Oof.
that is 58 points of damage, and I still have 6 others.
Do you have advantage, do you?
Well, he's dancing, isn't he?
Does that give...
So I thought that was
Yeah, that gives everyone
okay,
advantage.
it gives advantage to people.
Yep.
It doesn't say
Yeah.
that in the thing. It says that he has disadvantage on dexterity
It's-
saving throws and attack rolls.
It says
I
it at the
did
end.
When I googled it, it said it.
Other targets of oh yeah, that's fine. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's both.
All right, cool. So 23 plus 33.
It's pretty good.
56.
56, yes.
Nice.
And
Alright.
send these out as bonus actions on each of my turn. I've got 6 left.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the this magical aura sort of shoots out from you and hits the Balor in the side as this sort of like sparkling bard-like arcane magic shoots out from it. It roars out in pain. Looking hurt.
Yeah, and I flip it off.
Mm-hmm.
Before kind of going back a bit more because it's 120 feet.
Okay. Cool. Right, Roxanne.
Okay, the usual wacky kind of thing. So that'd be, yeah, I assume that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
We'll do it again.
26. 19 just hits.
Cool. Takes a whacking.
So that's 27. Okay, looking hurt. All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. All right. The Balor. So, Scrimshaw and Roxanne. From its fiery presence, you take 10 fire damage each.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. You also need to take damage on those last 2 hits from fire damage. So can you take another 20, Roxanne? I'll start doing that for now.
Okay. Ow.
Yeah, because of its fiery aura. All right. So longsword on Roxanne.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, it has disadvantage still, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So it's just a 25.
Yeah, it still hits.
Hang on. Let me just roll this. All right. Okay. So that's 26 slashing damage half to 13,
Yeah.
plus 15 lightning.
Ow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then 27 Scrimshaw on the whip.
That hits.
On the whip.
That just hits. Just one more than just hits.
Okay. So that's 11 slashing damage plus 11 fire damage.
I refuse. I'll use Spirit
Nice.
Shield for 16. Yeah. And he gets hit with 16 back. Ha.
Okay.
Did I resist that to begin with as well? Because you hit it.
Yes.
Okay, so no damage.
I
I think no. The reduction comes first. So
Reduction comes first, and then
Yeah.
half.
so 16 from. Sorry, what was the hit again?
It was 11 slashing damage plus 11 fire.
Okay, so
So it'd be
22
11.
minus 16
Oh,
goes to 6 over 3. So take 3 damage. Cool.
Okay. What else is going on? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Scrimshaw.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep whacking away.
I love how he hasn't tried to stop the dance, so he's still hitting everyone while still dancing, and it's hilarious.
Oops,
Yeah,
In
he's just
my-
doing a bit of a jig.
16. Assume that misses.
16 misses, unfortunately.
29.
29 does hit.
Okay, that's 25 damage.
Okay, and you take 10 fire damage in return.
Ooh, that's no good. Is that within a certain range? Or is
A
it
creature
just-
that touches the battle or hits it with a melee attack within 5 feet of it takes the fire damage.
Okay. Noted. That would be useful information if I had any melee attacks that weren't within 5 feet.
You get a glaive.
I realised
just
this
with
after.
with the battle of fire.
Summon it with a
Um,
packed weapon thing. So hit it twice, and then I guess I'll step away just to be out of the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Opportunity
that's it for
attack.
me. I'm not moving out of its range, am I?
Also,
I have mobile. I have mobile anyway.
You are moving out of its longsword attack range.
I have
yeah, but-
mobile.
oh, you have
I have
mobile, okay.
mobile anyway.
Sure. Okay. All right. Right, so the two Dragonborn Blade Brothers that you step into the middle of to start wailing on you.
Fair. Is this still with the floaty daggers?
Yeah. So that's a 32 on the first. So the first guy attacking you, 32 to hit, and then 2 misses.
Okay.
So 11 slashing damage plus 5 force damage.
Okay.
And the next 3 attacks: 31, 25, 23. So 1 hit.
1 hit. Yep.
12 slashing damage plus 6 force damage.
Okay. Looking a bit spicy.
Mm-hmm. All right, Kira.
Sorry, just thinking quickly. Probably need to give you both the kill this turn. Gira's gonna fly down, fly across. Wait, how do I have that range? Yeah, he does. Into the. Is this the Balor's range? It is longer than 5 feet, isn't it?
On the whip. Yeah.
The whip. Okay, fine.
I think you're just on the edge of the whip range.
Alright, he's gonna come to here, no Kavir. And I don't really want to, but I feel like I need to. I'm gonna do a mass cure wounds, so it's automatically maxed out. I'll level 5 it, so you will automatically take 3d8 plus 6. So 8, 16, 24, 30. That's right, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
30. So you both gain 30.
Are you healing the
and-
Blade Brothers again?
no, not this time. There's only so much, kindness Dragon Ball can give.
You get 1 freebie.
One freebie. You got to pay for the next subscription model.
yeah, that's it.
Cool. And he's just keeping an eye to the sky and watching as these shapes kind of fly around. I'm assuming.
They are getting rather close now, so they'll probably get here after this round of attacks. This round. So Kavir is going to attack the Balor this time. Oh, he missed everything. Brilliant. Good job, Kavir. I mean, he is retired.
Where were you aiming?
Nice. Right, Johan is going to try and banish it.
Oh! Well, if you could have just done that to begin with, Johan, you fucking...
To be fair, I could have done it. It crossed my mind, but.
Johan turns around and tries to banish Chinook instead. Well, we won't have to listen to him anymore. Alright, so the Balor has advantage. Oh yeah, the Balor passes. Right, okay. Well, you tried, Johan.
I feel like that's gonna be what's written on his gravestone. Johan, he tried.
Yeah, you tried. Alright, Massamantha. She's gonna rush up to meet the people who are getting closer. And says Melindra. They're sort of like flying in formation together. After their turn, you see the 2 dragons that are approaching from the sky begin to reveal themselves. One of them, a white dragon, clearly an adult, shooting down, noticing this like gold dragon flying in the air. It's a bit they seem a bit confused, but then as Massamantha and Melindra batter into them, they know that they're fighting them. So
What's this one?
this one does look different to ones you've seen before.
I've seen the art somewhere before, but I don't know what it is.
Alright,
It
so
looks.
His ears look almost webbed.
yeah, it seems to like almost be gliding down. Like there's this sort of like puff of wind underneath its wings.
Fair enough.
Just doing the maths on all the fight. Oh damn, this one got like a whole bunch of natural 20s. And then minus that. Alright, okay, so that's their turns done. Right, Morna.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back up to here.
Oh, hang on, I just added that to the fucking map.
Just attack it. Does a 19 hit?
19.
Yeah.
Just hits.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so...
And then I'll do an extra attack.
Alright, so... Okay. 29. So, alright, so on the first 2 hits, you take 25 damage back.
Okay.
And on the last hit, you take another 10.
Does the 20 not hit either?
Oh, you have advantage, don't you? Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's another 10 fire damage as well. Okay, there we go.
Wait, so is it 10 per turn?
It's 10 per melee attack.
Okay, so I know only 3 of them hit, didn't they?
No, it'd be
That's
19
all
hits,
4
so
of
you have
them.
advantage. All 4 of them hit.
Oh. Oh.
It's looking really rather hurt, so yeah, it's starting to fracture. Alright, Chinook.
Alright, so I'm first gonna run over here, and I'm gonna begin by casting Mass Cure Wounds on all of my buddies. So everyone gets...
Does the Beacon of Hope apply to this as well?
I'm just going to check. Regains as much of number as possible from any healing, so yeah.
Nice. So,
Cool.
29.
29.
Yeah.
Gurgle, gurgle. It's, wait, hold on, what's the rate? 60 feet. Okay, so.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to send out another mote of radiant energy from Crown of Stars. That should be 25 actually, plus 2 on the radiant damage.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Roxanne.
The usual. Oh, I meant to do that as thing, so it should be -5.
Alright, I'll miss.
Try again. How far off did it? I missed quite a bit. There we go. That's better.
Okay, so 20... Okay, 22.
Oh,
no,
or
not 22, 28. No. Oh my god, maths.
Rose.
It's 22.
Sorry, Zach, we can't hear a thing you're saying.
You still got
Yeah, I just remembered. Oh well, next time. It might need it next turn. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be 10 fire damage, Roxanne, back on you.
Back on me.
Back on you.
Back on me.
Alright.
I'm just gonna add a number onto my thing so I know how many motes I've got.
How many what?
Motes of energy. I've got that's what the
Sure.
5 on there.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, the Balor is gonna shoot out with its whip and grasp Yugira. Whoosh.
It's still at disadvantage.
Still disadvantage, yeah. That's a 28.
Yeah. That's a fail.
No, fail.
For me.
What's your?
No, it's a pass.
Oh,
It's,
right.
it's a
Hits.
pass. I meant it's a fail for me, but it's a pass for you. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I failed to dodge it.
It's not
Yes, I
not a pass for
failed
me.
to.
It's a pass for the battle. So that's 10 slashing damage plus 8 fire damage.
And that'll be all half for you.
Yeah, so 5 slashing plus 4 fire. And you need to make a strength saving throw for me.
Okay, I'll also need to do a constitution with advantage.
Okay.
So the strength is... and then I go to a constitution for my concentration.
Oh, the strength save. So that's not with advantage.
No, not with advantage, so I'm
Right, so
assuming
you
it's
get you get pulled up to the battle.
Yep, and then constitution with advantage.
Yeah.
10,
Good job, you have advantage.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, and then longsword on Roxon, 25 to hit,
Yeah.
19 slashing damage,
Oh.
halved to 9.
Oh, did you add that healing that I did to you earlier, Rox?
Oh. No, I did not. What was it again?
29.
29.
29.
Oh, yes. That would be quite nice.
And then 16 lightning damage.
There we go.
Okay. All right. And that's its. Actually, bonus action. Use to roll a dice. Ooh, interesting.
Hmm.
All right. Well, seemingly the rip in reality that surrounds the Balor, another demon steps out of it.
Oh, fuck you. God damn it.
Bonk. A
I'm
ghost. Needs to roll initiative. Alright, so go after Roxon. Yeah, as this as the Balor is starting to collapse in on itself, this this other demon steps through the wormhole. Alright, Scrimshaw.
The Blade Brothers next to me, the blades are like floating around them. Are they like holding any blades as well, or is it just
No,
the ones
they're
floating?
sort of using their hands to direct the blades towards you.
Okay, so one can infer that there would be no opportunity attack from moving away, as long as I stay within the 15. Unless they want to kick me or something.
As long as you stay within their range.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go back up to the Balor.
Yep.
And just hack at it.
Mhm.
That's a 31.
31 hits.
20 damage.
Okay.
And a natural 20
Nice.
Yeah!
for 31 points of damage.
Nice.
Unfortunately, no spell slots to smite with, but
Yeah. It's not,
Still-
not quite
still-
enough
still alright.
yet. But you take 25 damage in return.
ow. Okay, and I'll might as well go back to here.
Yeah. Alright, and the two Dragonborn and Blade brothers are going to wail on you again.
Okay.
They're just like, we're NPCs. Alright, so 27, 33, 23.
Sorry, 27, 33, 23.
Again,
Yeah, on the first round of attacks.
Okay,
15 spirit shield for you, Mr. Scrim.
2 hits.
Okay, so the first one, that's gonna, Spirit Shield's gonna get rid of that.
Okay.
And the second one, 6 slashing damage and 8 force damage.
Okay.
And then the next 3 rounds of attacks are 18, 34, 19.
1 hit.
Okay. So that's 10 slashing damage and 9 force damage.
Looking spicy.
Which
Oh, yeah,
kind of
also,
spice?
sorry, were you next to the Balor on its turn? No, you weren't, were you? Alright, so
No.
Gira and Roxon, that's another 10 fire damage.
Ow.
All right. Okay, Gira. Your turn.
Gira is gonna go for a swing of the hammer.
Yeah.
I haven't done this in a little while. Hammer of the librarian. Does that hit?
No, that does not hit.
It does not hit. Okay, that was not a great choice then. Hold on. And I think. Can I break away? What happens if you just take an opportunity attack, don't I?
If you go out of its reach.
Do I take one for doing that, for like moving one away then, and then another from?
No, its reach is 10 with the longsword and 30 with the whip, and it can decide which one to use. But it only gets one reaction.
Alright, Gira's gonna move out of its area, so there.
That's 15 feet away, so you'll get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That is going to be your longsword. 24 to hit.
Yep.
Alright, so that's 26 slashing damage.
Yep.
And 10 lightning.
Half to 5. Wait, yeah, half to 5, yeah. Cool.
Okay.
And he's just gonna look big next to the Blade Brother.
Okay, cool.
Need
Yeah,
a
puff your chest up.
con save for the Beacon Pope.
That is correct. I do need to do that. Well remembered.
DC 15.
Yep, all good.
Okay.
Warcaster
there.
coming in handy.
Kvaer just is going to climb up onto the top of this roof and just start wailing daggers down at the Balor. Alright, here's one. He shouts out to Shinnok, be careful! And Johan, as the Garistro is just stepping through the portal.
Ah! Ow. My ears.
Alright, Johan. Johan's gonna cast Dispel Magic on the portal that's sort of open. Hoping to do something. The portal's sort of here-ish.
It closes halfway through the Garistro and just bisects him, please.
Well, the Garistro out of the portal, but he's just sort of getting his bearings until that point. Oh my god, Johan, alright. Johan's not actually that high level, so... He's trying. he's just gonna, like, back up and go around here. Actually, that puts him in... Actually, he's gonna take an opportunity attack.
Oh, great. Hi, Mr. Garistro, sir.
Alright, it's
Please
24
don't eat
bludgeoning.
me.
Okay, Massa... Still fighting up here. Alright, I'm just gonna do all these. Oh. Alright, Melindra. And then the two dragons. Sorry, bear with me. Almost done. Okay, and that is...
What kind of
it.
attacks is the weird drag thing?
Well,
doing?
they're just sort of like scuffling in the air at the moment. They're all just wrapping around each other, like trying to stay in range, and Master and Mantha and Melindra are stopping the dragons from like getting around them. So they're sort of like imparting them in the way of you guys, so they don't attack you.
So we're not seeing like a breath attack or anything.
No, they're not using breath attacks. Currently, the two dragons are focusing entirely on Massamantha, whilst Melindra is trying to fight the white one off Massa, and Massa's trying to defend herself. Like they're like teaming up on her. Massamantha is actually looking a bit hurt now. All right, Morna.
Can we take 5 minutes because I really need the toilet?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's take
Alright.
let's take a 5-minute break. Sorry.
Okay, thank
I
you.
lost track of time.
Cool. I'll put the screen over.
All right. Okay.
See you in a bit.
Grab a drink.
Hello, welcome back. All right, so the fight is ongoing. Let's get back to it. Morna, you watch as the Balor is mostly being bested for now, but this large hulking beast of a Gristra has stumbled through the portal.
If I move to here, will I still be able to hit the Balor?
Yeah.
Or through the portal?
Yeah, the portal is more like just a fracture in space-time that things are.
Okay.
You can move through it.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna accidentally go to the abyss or something.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the Balor. If it's still dancing, then it's...
Yeah.
Then 3 hits, I
Three
think.
hits. Okay, cool. So
How's it looking?
It's looking pretty rough. Hang on, let me just do the calculations. Ooh, looking really hurt. Alright, you take 35 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, Balor's on its last legs at this point, it seems.
Okay, I'm gonna use a key point to do another attack.
Mhm.
Oh, crit!
Okay.
So I get another attack. Woo,
Yeah,
cool.
I guess. I don't know how actually that works, but you're the expert. You've played this for 3 years.
Yeah, if I get a crit, then I get another attack,
Sure.
but only one apparently.
I don't know if it's a bonus action attack or what.
I don't know how it
I don't-
works either.
I imagine not, because that would be literally useless on a monk.
Yeah, it's a monk thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
No,
So
it's
the-
not. It's not a monk thing. It's on
the
my
gods.
frost fist. My
Alright, we'll come back to that, but for now, let's do it that way.
okay. Yeah, that's the next 2 attacks.
Okay, so that's another 20 fire damage.
Well, another 10.
How would you like
Sorry,
to kill
oh,
it?
no, sorry, 5 attacks. My bad.
Yeah, is
Sorry,
another 20.
ignore me.
How would you like to kill it?
Big whack to the chin.
Okay, as it sort of stumbles for the last few attacks, you rush up to it, smash it up in the chin, and it just begins to dissipate as the sort of flame begins to shoot through it. Suddenly, it explodes with a fiery outburst. Alright, everyone within 30 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
I do not need to. I am fine.
I'm going to use my D10.
I am fucked though.
20.
Okay, hang on. Right, who's got less than 20? 20 is the DC.
I do.
Nat, I got a nat 20, but it's 19.
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh no.
okay, so Morna, you have evasion, so you take half damage. So everyone who's passed takes 35 fire damage, and everyone who failed takes 70. As this wave of explosion shoots out.
Just to confirm, I've lost 70 here, despite the nat 20.
Yeah, the nat 20 isn't an auto success.
It's a shame.
Yeah, for shame. Yeah, it is a rather dangerous beast. Right, well, the Balor collapses and is dissipated. I'll just remove it. Yeah, and the Gristra takes 70.
Is the Gristra still around, or did the killing the Balor get rid of him too?
It's seeming to begin to dissipate, but it might get around, depending on a check I will make when it's its turn.
Okay. Well, I can't wait around then, can I? Fuck.
So Johan is unconscious. Kaveh takes 70. And a fire just begins spreading all around.
What about the blade?
Yeah, they've taken their damage.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them's looking really hurt, and the other one saved. And is looking less hurt. Alright, Chinook.
Well, I know that no matter how far away I run, it'll just hunt me down at this rate.
Kite it.
So
Zigzag.
Attack move.
I'm going to send out one of my motes of radiant energy at it
Okay.
as a bonus action. So that is, hang on. That should be +2. So yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run up to it here, and because I don't want to give it the chance to run after me, I'm going to hit it with my Vorpal sword.
Okay.
Whack! I don't know why that came through again.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Sorry. Just having a look at it. All right, so all right, that does hit. 18.
And I'm going to continue running.
Okay.
25, 30. I'm like, ah, please.
Okay. Yeah, just bear with me. Okay. You're still within its reach, so that's fine. Roxton.
Right. I'm going to be brave, put on my big boy boots and stand between Chinook and the big, scary monster. And I'm going to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Wacky whack. 20?
20 hits.
Nice. So that's that. And we go again.
You sound a bit like Hagrid there. don't you?
20. And 20 again. Nice.
20 hits, yeah.
Ooh, when the Baelor died, I'd like to move my Hexblade's curse to the Garistro.
Sure. Okay, is it your turn, Roxanne?
That's my turn.
Alright, the Garistro.
Wait. It kind of has like a kind of pig-looking face. Am I running away from Manbull Pig?
Maybe.
Spam
Oink. Alright. Alright, save's a save. To not get pulled back into the abyss immediately. Alright.
Oh.
It's going to attack Morna with
Oh.
a fist. 21.
I'm gonna use shield.
Okay. And then it's going to fist Roxanne.
Oh, no!
Natural 20.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay, so that's 32 bludgeoning damage, half to 16.
Okay.
And it's going to hoof you
Excuse me.
as it stands above you. It's 29 to hit.
Yep, that'll do.
That's 18 bludgeoning damage,
Yeah,
half to 9.
Half to 9.
And can you make a strength saving throw, please?
Yes. 28.
Alright, yeah, it tries to kick you over, but you manage to just stand in place as it tries to push you, and you sort of just like aren't nudged.
No.
No, not now.
Sing
Alright,
rock
Scrimshaw.
solid.
What'd you say, Chinook?
Standing rocks on solid.
Alright. Chinook. No, Scrimshaw.
Okay, Okay, so 2 questions. One, how rough are the Blade Brothers looking?
So the one to the left of you is looking really quite rough. The one to the right of you hasn't taken that much damage.
And the Garistro...
It's only taken damage from the Balor exploding, basically.
And what's the Garistro looking like in terms of whether it's gonna stay here or not?
it's looking like it's pulled to the abyss is becoming harder and harder for it to overcome. So eventually it will get pulled back. But that might be in a round. It might be in 2 rounds. It's going to be harder and harder for it to stay in the material realm.
Okay. I will trust my
Longer
friend.
it stays.
I will trust my friends to deal with it while it's there, and I shall attack the weak Blade Brother.
Okay.
Though I need to take off X-Blade Curse. Oh, that's just a 15.
Mm-hmm.
And a 27.
27 hits.
So 21 points damage.
Okay. It's looking really quite rough. Almost dead.
Okay, and that is actually it for me.
Okay. The Blade Brother to the left of you is going to make 3 attacks on you.
Okay.
Ooh, 2 natural ones and a natural 20. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll use a lucky point to reroll the nat 20.
29.
That hits.
Alright, so that's going to be 13 slashing damage plus 4 force damage.
Okay.
And this Blade Brother that's next to Gira shouts, "Traitor! Naxus is the true leader of the Kyra Concord." And is going to attack you 3 times, Gira. There's a 30 to hit.
Yep.
I'm going to try and Spirit Shield that. Well, 11. It probably won't save him.
That's fine.
But
Alright, so the first one, that's 10 damage, so that does help him.
it's 1 damage. And he
Sorry.
takes.
No,
Oh, well, how much damage?
your spirit shield is completely
Oh, yeah. And he takes 11. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I didn't take anything.
Not for that first attack. The second attack is 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. That's 9 slashing damage plus 4 force damage.
He's Can I maths? Yeah, he's knocked down.
Okay. And then the Blade Brother is going to try and finish you off for the third attack.
No.
With advantage, that's the 30 to hit.
Yep.
That's 2 death saves, Gira.
Gira, well, because he... No, I guess I can't use it anymore because the concentration's broken, I imagine.
I mean, it's just 2
yeah.
failed death saves anyway. You don't roll them.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't roll them.
Okay.
So your concentration is broken.
Ended. Yep.
And it's your turn.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a
shit.
fail. So Gira dies.
Oh, shit.
Blech. Alright, so the Blade Brother standing over Gira's body. Scrimshaw surrounded by 2 Blade Brothers. And things are looking hard to deal with right now. Okay, alright. Kaveh jumps down and shoves the Blade Brother. Attempts to shove him, seeing Gira fall. And succeeds. And imposes himself in between. I mean, Kaveh's looking really hurt, but... Oh yeah, Johann's also unconscious as well. Kaveh's going to use his second and third attack on the Blade Brother. Okay. Masamantha, seeing that Gira has fallen, shouts, "Librarian!" And she's going to break away from the 2 dragons, taking opportunity attacks, and jump down here. And try and protect Gira. So... Okay, this Blade Brother's dead. And this other one takes a whole bunch of damage. And Melindra takes some damage from them. Alright, okay, and then Melindra noticing that is going to impose herself in between the two of them. And put herself in the way, hopefully to distract them. Attacking them. Alright, and these two dragons are going to attack Melindra. Actually, I'm going to do a roll.
Dun, 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 dun.
One of the you notice one of the dragons turns to the other and nods, and they actually both begin flying away. Okay. All right, Morna.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to here. If it's opportunity attacks.
I think it already took its reaction on
Yeah.
someone else, right?
Okay, cool. Cool. In that case, I totally knew that. And I'm gonna attack this one.
Okay.
Can they make a con save, please?
Yep. Just bear with me.
Also, on the way over, running over, I'm gonna say, "Come on, Chinook, get in there, take some hits."
All right, so that's a 15.
Okay, they fail, so they're stunned.
Okay. Struned. Okay.
Okay. So that's 19 to hit,
19 hits.
and then a 21. So
Okay. How would you like to kill this last one?
I want get kick in the shins.
Okay, kick him in the shin, just like falls down, locked up, and effortlessly finish him off as you turn and see Gira's lifeless body behind you.
Oh no, I've already used my bonus action. Okay. I'm gonna go and stand here and gesture to everybody. We have a situation.
Roxxon turns around. Yes, yes, we do.
And then
Still
I'm
this
gonna.
string.
1 second. That is. Gonna move over to here so I'm within their reach.
Mhm.
To just be extra fodder, really. Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Chinook.
All right. While they're dealing with that, I'm gonna get here, send off one of my raid bolts at the Gristro.
Okay.
Hang on.
Natural 20.
That's great.
Big.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna cast Revivify on Gira.
Okay. So you crouch next to Gira's lifeless body. What do you
And
say or do anything? Or...
Get up.
I put I just kind of the diamond on his chest and start hastily playing this kind of tune on my flute that kind of reminds me of springtime, and this energy courses diamond, just green field of life energy, small blades of grass kind of just sprouting near him.
Okay. So as the radiant energy begins to seep into Gira, after a moment, you watch as Gira, sort of, the life returns to him. The hammer begins to glow once again. Is he on? How much? Is it a one? How much hit points is he on? 1.
Yeah, just one.
When he's revived, just on 0, right?
No, it's one for Revivify.
It is 1 for
So stable.
All right, Gira, you are brought back to life. The mortal wound that finished you from your kin closing up, and the life returning back to your body.
Gira like
Welcome back to Sardel.
he kind of like sees you, but kind of doesn't. He kind of folds up on one knee with a hammer, and then he casts kind of Avatar of the Librarian. You see the wings kind of fly out. I guess it gets pushed back like a foot. So, and then he kind of flies up into the air.
Is that a react? No, it's not.
Are we in
isn't-
combat still? I assume
We
we
are
are.
still in, we are still in combat for now.
Oh, okay, we cast that, and he looks like he's about to take off and fly
Okay,
up.
sure. Cool.
Just kind
Roxar.
of directly up.
Okie dokie. I will take some swings. Do. Swing 1. Ah!
Mm.
Ah! Shame about the slashing, but brutal critical.
Nice.
Nice. There you go. And again. Hit again.
Okay.
Oh! Ah!
Mm.
Oh!
Ah, your rage has no
From
bounds.
seeing Gira go down. Yeah. Oh, these are some naff rolls.
Yeah.
After that, though.
There's no Great Weapons Master.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't added Great Weapons Master to these.
Oh. Oh. Well, Richard put it in my thing, so clearly he didn't put it in.
What?
mine.
What?
Oh yeah, I forgot to add the. Oh yeah, just add
Yeah.
10 to all of that.
Okay.
Or well, more than 10. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And finally. Oh. What?
Oh my god.
I've
Oh my God,
had.
3
I've actually hacked the game. 20.
Oh.
Oh my
From,
god.
from seeing his true friend Kira go down.
How would you like to kill the Garistro?
Oh, I am going to slam my axe into its knees so it falls to the ground, snap off one of its horns, and put it through its eye.
The Garistro falls.
Nom, nom, nom.
It falls to the ground as you hack at it with sheer rage. It begins to split apart as its essence is sucked back through the portal, and the portal closes behind it.
Ugh. And that's how you kill one of those.
Yeah, we are no longer in combat.
Does anybody have any healing over here? Maybe for Johan?
Oh shit, he's dead too.
Yeah,
I've got a
Johan
potion,
is-
but
Johan is dead.
oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um,
Melinda reverts back to her human form.
is lagging.
Gira flies up into the air, into the clouds. It kind of like defoams, and he is technically just like using heal word on himself a couple times, but it's like lightning and stuff going on. It's kind of like Jesus iconography, you know, coming back from the dead kind of thing.
You revived. A lot of the Dragonborn who are around have come out of the shacks and the tap here. And fly up into the sky, energy crackling around you. Massa kneels next to Johan and says, "He's dead."
Do we have any more diamonds?
well, this
And Johan as well. Well,
Sorry,
oh,
is it me
Zach,
lagging?
I can't really hear
I
you.
was asking.
Yeah, he's
he flew
lagging
away.
like balls.
Okay. I tried asking Gira for a diamond, but he flew away.
Well, they trade in gems here, right? So they might have diamonds lying around.
Yeah.
Do any of us have? Does anyone in the party have one?
No, I don't carry those.
How long? I mean, he'll only be up flight a minute or so, so technically there'll be time, right?
Well, Johan's gonna die. Be revivifiable after a minute.
Is that how long it takes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all you saw you while you're doing your
it is an
Jesus thing,
imminent.
you
It
see
is an
us
imminent
calling
thing.
you down very, very drastically,
Gira,
quickly.
Gira, just
Trying to
hold on.
Down.
Stop being fanatical for one moment. Just calm
Can
down.
he like hear that?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my ascending stone.
Roxanne throws a javelin at him, so he comes.
He is on one hit point.
Got him.
Clay Geary shooting.
I guess Gira here's at like mid thingy and like I don't know if you can get down in time.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
get
he
down.
can.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Come on.
Okay. All right. And uses the diamond. River.
Oh, so you have a diamond. Oh, okay.
I do.
Is that the last one?
Let me have a look. I know I've got a couple.
Okay.
All right. The energy flows back into Johan, as before he was dead. Now he is alive at 1 hit point. He, as he opens his eyes, he says, "Mummy, wait, what happened?"
No, I'm not your mummy.
So the first of the demons that unexpectedly appeared exploded, and that's why your skin probably hurts quite a lot.
Then again, you don't have to go to the beach ever again for a tan.
Oh, I think we should find somewhere to sit down
I think
before those dragons come back.
I could do with a rest.
I don't know what you mean. I'm the I am
Yeah,
just
okay.
a beach.
before
Next
that,
time we're gonna let the demons slap you about.
before that, I believe we have an audience that we were looking for.
All the Dragonborn start coming out of their houses, seemingly shocked by what's happened, but there's like a glimmer of hope in their eyes as they are clutching children. They begin to sort of surround you and swarm around you and begin Gira offering you things. Like
I'm stabbing us
wine
with spears.
and...
While that's going on, Gira throws out. I used like 3 cure wounds on myself, but like level 1 or something. I don't know, like 2 maybe while I was up there. He's going to use heal on who's Roxanne, just while they keep doing this.
Ooh.
Is that at full?
No, because the I mean, heal is always the same, isn't it? So,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
heal's just 70.
I'm going to do like 2 of these actually, because I could do for 10, 18.
but-
Before, this is back in the sky.
but the beacon of hope dropped when Gira died.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
okay.
correct.
Wait,
So
sorry, how
heal
much
for
healing am I
everybody.
getting?
You get 70.
Okay, lovely.
I don't know why I'm asking. I don't need.
So the people are giving libations. Excellent.
Yeah, they're beginning to surround everyone and beginning to call out, "The librarians return! The librarians return to save us!"
Gira's kind of immediacy
Yeah,
thoughts are with the people though, just checking them first.
Yeah.
Morna, are you okay? I noticed you've taken a lot of wounds. And Scrimshaw.
I'm just going to put a hand on Gira's shoulder to say, Gira, we're fine.
Yeah.
This is your time.
And then, yeah, I'm gonna sulk behind the. I'm gonna go over here and just sit down.
And sulk about your lost coin.
Out so I can still see what's going on, but I also just want to sit down because I'm very injured.
I'm also gonna ask cure wounds for everybody. You know, just in case.
Yeah.
So kind of like seeing this throng arrive, I guess he kind of turns towards them, tries to kind of muster as much resolve as one can with 19 health points.
Yeah.
Everyone gets 24.
And turns to the people. He doesn't say anything to start with. He just kind of looks at them all, like looks at their faces, like what they're looking like.
They're all looking rather pallid. They're all looking rather unfed, unwashed, without hope, without aspirations. A far fall from what you remember of them. They all look pitiful and it fills you with a sort of like deep sadness to see that your people have sort of turned that way.
he turns and looks at them all and, my people, today marks the start of your new order. Our arrival was foretold. This is not just an accident. This is the act of the hand of fate. It guides all our actions, and it decrees that Naxos turns to I don't. I think we're facing north, right? So, like, can you see Mount Kyra and, like, you know?
Mount Kyra's to the east.
Can you see that from here?
Yeah, you can see that from the bay.
Yeah. So he points to it. We will bring this fight to Naxos and reclaim your homes, our home. What started today is but the ember lighting to a greater fire. I don't know if the people are still kind of just like questions.
One of them shouts out and says, "How do we know that you're the true librarian? Come to save us, as the prophecies say."
Kira, I guess he holds out the hammer, and he uses Avatar of the Librarian again. That's the third time, so that's all I can do for the rest of the day.
Sure.
The wings furl out, but he tries to do it in kind of not with aggression, but kind of with firmness. Flies up about 10 feet with the hammer, and he says, "What more can I do to show you that I am your high librarian?" He kind of hovers.
They murmur amongst themselves. Some of them obviously convinced, some of them less convinced. Most of them, however, seem to take your side.
He uses. I'm trying to think of a spell that, like, he uses Beacon of Hope again, and, like, because it has an unlimited amount of people you can do it on within 30 feet. He just kind of does it to as many people as he can, just to, like, cause some, like, kind of like a wash of niceness over them.
After a few moments, the crowd begins to part. And stepping out from amongst the crowd, you watch an old Dragonborn step forward and walk up to you. Around his neck is like this sort of like almost metallic necklace that has like multiple little chains going off all the way down his back and around his waist. He says, "I am Keldros, Governor of the North Island. If you are the true librarian, and you have come to save us, then I pledge my allegiance to you." And he kneels.
Gira floats down to the ground and he puts his hand on his shoulder. "Keldros, you kneel to no one. Although I am the High Librarian, time has moved on, and your people deserve civilization that befits the modern world. You bow to no one, but allow my image to guide us and to act as a beacon for this movement."
So you know that Keldros is the governor, and he is a dragon that has been shackled by Naxos.
Okay.
So you may have a method to free him from his shackles, if you wish.
Keldros, you are a dragon, are you not?
I was once.
Our people served your kind for centuries. Together we kept the balance and the mandate level and pure. I will unshackle you. And do I have a spell to do that? I guess I
Yes.
could do Greater Restoration because it's like removes a curse or something.
Yeah, if you want. You
And
can just use the hammer.
okay, well he holds up the hammer and lightning crackles, and I don't know how that spell works. So you might want to.
Yeah. So you hold out the hammer and bring it close to him. He begins sort of shaking as sort of electrical lightning shoots out of it and begins to almost weld it's the metal shackle around his neck. And after a moment, there's a click as it explodes out off his neck into and begins to turn into like sparkles that almost sort of shoot out off him. And you watch as Keldros looks down at his hands, and he begins to just transform. And you watch as he transforms into an adult green dragon. Bonk. Yeah, he obviously everyone steps back. He unfurls his wings and says, "You are the High Librarian. We met long ago. When I was only a young wormling."
Does Gira remember that?
Possibly. You've met loads of dragons in your time.
Gira
It's
feigns.
more like he saw the Pope. You know.
He Gira goes, Keldros, with your freedom, you will be the champion of these people. Gather them. Gather all you can and spread the word. We are here to retake our homeland.
Okay, and with that, we'll end the session for today, I think.
Woo!
All right.
Hoggers, thanks for
Ultimate
I feel
ultimate
Pog.
pog.
Simple. We managed to fight a Beowulf and a Garistro after making one of them dance, by the way. I still am
Star
quite
points.
proud of myself for that one.
no points.
Could do with a good rest and a nice sleep now.
Oh yeah. I shall end the stream. Right.
Yeah, thanks a lot, though. Really cool.
Yeah, thanks for playing.
See you next week, Russian
Yeah.
spammers.